you're running with kings. But how far could you go if you run with the wind? And the chances you take are what give you wings, and you can fly.
Hi there, I'm Lew Bayer, President and CEO of Civility Experts Worldwide, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some statistics that might surprise you. And if you are a civility trainer, you might find that this particular exercise, which you can access if you are part of our affiliate group through the masterclass files at civilityexpertsonline.com, and I will see if YouTube will allow us to upload the exercise without the answers into the YouTube channel, the video description, and that way, if you're inclined to use it, you can use it. If you wait till the end of the video, I will give you an email address that you can contact so that you can get the answer key if you are a practitioner or business owner or just somebody who is interested in civility and you want to know more. So we use, let me take my face out of here and pop up this for you. Let's see if I can get me right out of here. Take myself right out. So you can see here statistics that might surprise you. And one of the ways we use this activity is sometimes we'll cut one question at a time and we'll use it for social media posts. Sometimes we'll use it at the beginning of a lecture or a training session to get people's interest and kind of draw them in. Our PR and media people use them in all kinds of ways in terms of marketing and on flyers and those kind of things. But we try to choose from current research statistics that somehow address trends and issues related to civility in our homes and schools and workplaces, communities, and around the world. And each question was chosen very carefully. It, in and of itself, could actually be the starting point for an interesting conversation if you were doing a workshop, a lunch and learn, any of those kind of things. And so let me just give you an example here. Just let me scroll down here. There's answers at the bottom, and on the answer key, we actually provide the source for you so that you can find out where those statistics are from, and most of them are from articles or white papers or research sites and places that have details about this information so that you could expand the conversation if you wanted. If you're a practitioner watching, I would say that you probably already know, but it should be mentioned that you should never ever make up stats and facts. There's plenty of meaty research, and if you don't have the time to do it, I would say please go to Amazon.com and Google me, Lew Bayer, B-A-Y-E-R, or Google Civility Books. There are, I think we have 18 or 19 now. And at the back of all of our books, we include sources and resource listing. All the statistics and research is all included in all of those books. So the 30% solution is excellent if you're speaking to general groups. We have manufacturing civility. Civility at work is brand new with some updated statistics. A whole range of really good, useful, validated information. And it's really critical that you're able to make sure people know that these statistics are real. Because we're in Canada, we tend to pull a lot from Canadian sources and U.S. sources, but I would say that if you snoop around a little bit, and we do include some international stats and facts as well, but if you snoop around a little bit, you will find that there are lots and lots of credible researchers. Just as a side note, two researchers that I follow quite closely are Brene Brown, who is a professor out of the U.S., and she's got many books. She doesn't speak on civility specifically, but she does mention it in her teachings. She does also speak, though, on what I would describe as being human, aspects of human kindness, which is part of civility. She speaks about humility. She speaks about courage. And some of these are outcomes of civility. And so you might find her work, because there's a lot of sources and resources cited, is helpful. And then we follow Pearson and Porath. who are also American professors. If you go on YouTube, Christine Pearson Christine Porath. I think they're both Christines. But Civility on YouTube, aside from our Consider Civility channel, which I hope you will like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more useful information about kind of day-to-day best practice and tools and training tips for civility. Anyway, back to my statistics that might surprise you. If you browse through the questions as an individual, you might be interested to know how you score if you're guessing on what the answers are. So just as an example, let's say here, number 6, if you're a leadership trainer or a business owner, number 6 question. Research suggests that when targets report negative behaviors to their supervisors, only what % of leaders take positive steps to address the situations? And I'm going to give you that answer because I think it really will surprise you. The answer is that only 18% of leaders will actually take positive steps to address a situation when somebody reports negative behavior to them. And this is a bit shocking to me as a civility trainer because I feel that, let me just move this down so you can see the question still while I'm talking. I find that when a workplace culture gets to the point where it's terribly uncivil, oftentimes that's because the policy procedures have not been put in place. The workplace rules and guidelines for people treatment have maybe been put in place but are not endorsed or followed through on. We find that accountability is low, and as most of you would agree, accountability starts at the top. And so leaders have to have the courage to take action when they see incivility or when they hear about it. And one of the challenges, and I think one of the reasons there's such demand for civility practitioners in corporate organizations, is because many leaders who have very good skills in terms of being able to do the technical and practical aspects of their job, maybe even have decent people skills, but many leaders we find lack in the ability to have difficult conversations in a respectful way. They are nervous about getting into discussions where there might be an inference of bullying or there might be some legal consequence. And so we need to teach leaders how to respond. Number one, how not to be responding sort of in a knee-jerk way, not assuming the worst. We need to teach leaders to be thinkers, to fact check, to ask more questions, to research. We need people to assume the best of people, both the person reporting the incident and the person who might be being blamed in an incident. And we need to be systems thinkers and think about what is the big picture impact if I do nothing, and also if I do something. And if we're paying attention, that should help us make better decisions. So let's scroll down here a little bit and see what else is here. One way we use this document is I'll put it on the table when I'm doing a keynote or a workshop presentation, so that as people are coming in and sitting down, they can start chatting amongst themselves at the table, kind of guessing what the answers might be. And you can kind of see that different questions resonate in different ways with different people. So, in light of our Black Lives Matter and some of the issues that are going on in our world these days, number 8, a question about how many people, including majorities, majorities out of 10, say it's been more common for people to express racist or racially insensitive views. And you might be really shocked by that statistic, but I'm not going to give you the answer. You have to go through the document, and at the end of the session, I'll give you an email. You can reach out, and we will send you the answer key if you put requesting statistics answers in the subject line. So one more thing about this. Of course, you can just give people the answer, but I would suggest polling a few people and seeing what they think. And then once you are able to share the answer with people, I think you need to continue the conversation. I think we need to ask why, if the number is high, why do people feel that it's okay now, more so than maybe it was 10 years ago, to express racial views? And is there some simmering under the surface that people have held these views and just not expressed them? Or are people shifting back to a more closed way of thinking? It's interesting to have a conversation about the answer, the whys and the whats and the what now questions. Moving along here, let's see. Let me take myself out so you can see the question. What % of managers say that they did not receive management training? And again, I think if you're a business owner, or if you're HR, or if you're somebody who has to manage people in the organization, you might be shocked. In fact, I'm quite sure you will to know. I'll give you a hint. I won't tell you the exact number, but it's over 50% of managers say that they did not receive management training. And this is, on the positive note, likely because people were promoted from within and rewarded for good service and good performance. But you can see, I'm sure, that it's problematic if I take on a new role and I don't necessarily have the skills or the tools, the supports or the resources that I need to be able to do the job that I'm supposed to do. And so when you consider as well that many people are nervous about admitting what they don't know, afraid of being measured or deemed incompetent, maybe afraid of losing their job or being laid off, those kind of things, we know from our research that only 2 out of 10 people, as a rule, will ask for help or admit when they don't know something. And this can cause, as you might guess, all kinds of problems in any organization, but workplaces in particular. So I can stop there, but what I would say to you is, if you are so inclined, please do consider downloading the PDF. We'll put it below the video. If you like it, please click the like button and please subscribe. We are trying to put out 1 video every day, so at least 5 a week, on training tips, tools, resources, training organizations, book summaries, activities and exercises you can do to foster civility, all of those things. And I want to say as well that we have some new children's courses, and some of them are free at Civility Experts Online, some in Arabic, Portuguese, French, all kinds of little lessons for children related to social skills. So that's brand new for us with our online offering. So please do take a look at that. Thanks so much for choosing Civility, and I hope that you will consider Civility as a regular YouTube channel viewing. And if you have a moment, please also click down below. You probably heard the song that we play at the beginning and the end. It's a song called Isabel by a mentor and Civility ambassador that I really admire, named Beth Crookham. The song is about another incredible woman who is making huge impact with a program called Solid Africa. So I hope you'll play the whole song, click through the link, and support Solid Africa. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. And if you waited until the end of the session here to find out where you can get the answer key, you can send it direct to me, Lew, L-E-W, at civilityexperts.com. And if you don't get a response immediately, send it to admin, A-D-M-I-N, at civilityexperts.com. And AJ, who keeps me organized, will send you back a copy. Thanks again for listening. Bye for now.
Why each of us comes to this earth, and your actions will always speak louder than words, and you'll never know what you're capable of until you try.